Here we go. The number 3 batsman to first face this bowler. And leaves it alone. Again, the ball... He doesn't seem to be putting that much pace onto the ball as he releases it. He sort of slows up his body in order to make sure it stays accurate. So the whole biomechanics of his action sort of fall away as he enters his delivery stride, and so the ball's just not very fast, and it barely gets to the keeper. This obviously must be his deliberate bowling style, because he's doing every single delivery. And so what would his strategy be? Is it to make sure he gets more accuracy? Is it to outsmart the batsman through swing or cutters? Or comes into bowl and leaves it alone. That ball was a bit faster and it kicked a bit off the pitch, and the keeper had to take it a little bit higher. Comes into bowl and plays it off the back foot, but again the fielder at cover secures it. So, looking at the field, it's still 2 slips, gully, point, cover, mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, and then square leg, where the mid-wicket and the square leg are basically just 2 square legs. One's a backward square leg and one's a forward square leg. Comes into bowl and defends it. Back to the bowler. So here's the 2 fielders. One of them is in front of the wicketkeeper, a sort of straightish square leg, and the other one is a backward square leg. Same distance from the bat. Another good over here from North Eltham. Comes into bowl and down the leg side and into the over. It's still 1 for 12. Comes into bowl, and it's a low full toss, and it's driven to mid-off, but there's not enough space there to get it away, so it's a dot ball. I think Diamond Creek should be reasonably happy so far, scoring about 1 run and over. Definitely on Coventry Oval is very nice. And leave it alone. And the fact that they've only lost the 1 wicket suggests they should be pretty happy with their position they're in right now. It would become a bit of a problem if they lost a couple more wickets, but no, they're 1/7 through their innings. They've gotten through the most difficult phase of it. Things will only get easier from here. Oh, tries to play the back foot cover drive shot, and just does not have enough pace on it, and sort of just misses the bottom edge of it. So the North Eltham Wanderers bowlers keep taking the pace off it and easing up on their bowling actions. Not bowling slower balls, which are deceptive, but just not approaching the crease and not having your bowling action as fast, and the ball just comes out slower because you're doing that. Comes into bowl, and that's the faster ball, and that's pushed into the cover regions, fielded by cover once again. It's hard to know what a good score would be for this for a grand final. Would a 170 score be considered a winning total? Comes into bowl, and it's a full ball, but he is able to chop it out very nicely there. If Diamond Creek can keep going at this sort of pace and get to the first drinks break, only 1 down with about 20 runs on the board, they should be very happy. They would have put themselves in a good position. And plays it off the back foot again, and it's fielded by a combination of cover and point, And it's a maiden, so it's still 1 for 12. This is the 12th over of the Diamond Creek innings. Comes into bowl, and it's down the leg side, and it's leg glanced, and it's a bit of a misfield by the square leg, and they're chasing it down. They've gotten 2, and they're happy with 2. So a little bit of a fumble there by the backward square leg fielder allowed them to get 2, because in Coventry Oval, because it's so large, you always get the second run on the throw, so you always get 2s, and a bit of an edge goes to point. Diamond Creek are hosting 2 grand finals this weekend. The thirds are here in the F2, and then comes into bowl. Oh, it's the outside edge, and it's over the head of the cover fielder. They've gotten 1, and they're happy with 1. So a near chance. Into bowl and defends it. The number 1 batsman, came out number 2. The number 2 with the red cap, the opening batsman, is playing very conservatively, very within himself. He's looking to bat the entirety of the day. Comes into bowl. Oh, it's an ugly ball, and it's a wide. And the batsman is very unhappy that he didn't take advantage of that. Comes into bowl. Oh, that's another wide. So this has been the most profitable over of the match so far. It's worth 5 runs, and there's still 2 legal deliveries to go. Comes into bowl and defends it and tries to work. Only going to steal a single. The gap in between those 2 square legs, which is an exactly square area, is where they get the run. So another run there for the red-capped opener. He moves off his score of 2 and goes on to 3. Comes into bowl and defends it. And that's the end of the over. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 1 for 18. Comes into bowl and drives it and fielded in the covers. This is the 13th over. Comes into bowl and drives it, and again fielded well in the covers. So that's the safest thing to do with this ground, if Coventry Oval, it's to make sure that you have enough fielders in the covers to deal with all the drives, and then you try and bowl just full of the length, and just only allow the batsman to drive and play no other shots. Especially don't let the batsman play cut shots and pull shots. Comes into bowl and defends it back to the bowler. Comes into bowl and plays it off the back foot. So at what point would North Eltham start to get a bit, I wouldn't say desperate, but sort of frustrated or begrudged that they feel like they're not getting the rewards they should be getting for this good bowling? Comes into bowl and driven and fielded by the mid-off. Because it's been quite a long time now, we've only seen the one wicket. Comes into bowl and drives it again and fielded in the covers. So that's a maiden, still 18 for 1. Comes into bowl and plays a back foot shot, and they're going to have a steal a run because of the bumble. I mean, it was good fielding by the fielder at cover, but he just could not take it cleanly, and it was a tap on, and so the fielder at mid-off could not, had to run a few metres to pick it up, and that allowed the batsman to scurry through for a run. Comes into bowl and defends it back to the bowler. Comes into bowl and leg glances it, but this time it's straight to the backwards square leg, who's almost in a short fine leg position. Comes into bowl and it's cut. And the fielder at cover could not stop it despite his dive, and it rolled and it rolls and it rolls and it's picked up. Three runs there. Comes into bowl and defends it. Last ball of the over, comes into bowl and defends it again. So a profitable over for Diamond Creek. It's 22 for 1. Continuing to bowl, this is the 15th over. And defends it back to the bowler. Comes into bowl. And back, defends it. Back to the bowler. Comes into bowl and drives it back to the bowler. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. And defends it into the covers. Comes into bowl. And, ooh, it's 22 for 1. So this is the 16th over. It's not long to go now before the drinks break. Comes into bowl and defends it. So we've got a reasonably good crowd, about 40 people. Nothing remarkable, but certainly nothing to sneeze at. This is a good grand final crowd. Comes into bowl. And a wicket has fallen. Well, the second wicket to go. And we've seen a very nice little catch there. He had to bend his knees, get down low, get his hands down low to make sure that he took the ball cleanly. So the second wicket has fallen and the number 3 batsman is gone. Well, it can't be long to go now before we see the drinks break. So this the number 4 batsman, looks like it's Milner. So here we go. Into bowl. And cut immediately, and he gets off the mark with the first ball. And they're going for 2. And straight away gets off the mark. And cuts it. And more runs. And it goes down into the point boundary. Well, a couple more. And if they have a change of the field, no, wait, no, it seems to be mostly the same. Comes into bowl and plays it off the back foot, but the fielder at point secures it. Well, now that they're 2 wickets down, it puts a bit of a cramp into Diamond Creek's position. With the drinks break ahead, I mean, it's not a bad position, but it's not as good as they would have hoped. And it's cut again. And that's the end of the over, so it is 1 for 26. 2 for 26. Comes into bowl and defends it. Comes into bowl and defends it, back to the bowler again. So we're approaching 1 quarter through Diamond Creek's innings. Comes into bowl and defends it, and it's a bit of an edge, and it goes into the gully region. So the question would be, would Diamond Creek feel comfortable in the position that they are presently in? And certainly losing that second wicket is a bit of a problem, but you know, they're scoring reasonably fast, more than a run and over, you know, 1.5 runs and over, which is definitely a very good launching pad to get a 175 score on this pitch. Comes into bowl and defends it, and a bit of ooze. Comes into bowl and leaves it alone. Last ball of the over, comes into bowl and defends it into the covers. End of the over. So this is the 18th over. Comes into bowl and tries to leg glance it. Dot ball. Comes into bowl and cut, and it's a misfield at the point region, and they're going to get 1, they're going to get 2. It's 4 for Milner, the first boundary. excellent shot there. Another cut shot. As soon as you bowl it short of a length and it's away from the body, it just sits up lovely for cutting. Comes into bowl and tries to work into the leg side. Not the most elegant shot there from Milner. He sort of wasn't really getting his body into position to play a leg glance shot. He was preempting it to be short and wide again, and so he put his back foot over towards the offside and then just could not adjust his feet when the ball came up at his about thigh area for a leg glance shot. Comes into bowl and it's cut again. Oh dear, that's 4 more. Shocking delivery. It's going to hold up. It's 4. It's got to be 4. Past the cone. 4 more. So, we've seen the first boundaries of this game off the bat of Milner, who's looking particularly aggressive. He's already gotten himself into double figures. Comes into bowl and tries to work it onto the leg side, and it just dribbles in and fielded by someone. Comes into bowl and it's cut again, and it's beat the gap again, and it's going out, and this time it'll be fielded within the rope, and they get 2 more. What an expensive over. 10 runs off it, and that looks to be the drinks break. Well, with that, we're going to be taking a break here at Channel 8, and when we come back, we will have the resumption of play. So enjoy this video montage, and we will see you once play resumes.
I need you to bring some things from the house. Chessboard?
Beverages.
Badminton set?
Beverages.
Scrabble board?
Beverages.
My sneakers?
Beverages.
All right. Beverages.
The moon is beating on this town, on the silent streets and all around. Its crescent's growing larger every time I close my eyes. The burning lamplights on Main Street on this deserted Tuesday night are calling for a sign of life to consume their fire. As the girl sits alone on a bench, she's waiting for a ride or a moment of clarity. Or perhaps she is not waiting for anything at all, and she's content to watch the street lights and the moon on the concrete. She's been there for as long as I have seen it, maybe longer. Maybe she has always been there as a living statue. She commemorates a saint who had fallen some years past, and has drifted from the spotlight and is nothing more than a shadow of a shadow. And her face, it is carved with a purpose, and nobody knows her destiny, not even this girl who sits all alone on the bench under the moon and the streetlights, and she stares at something in the distance, motionless. Even the winds are asleep at this hour, and the clouds are laying low on the horizon upon pillows of more clouds. And the soft orange glow of the sleeping sky casts down on the sleeping earth. And she will rise when the morning sun consumes the fog, and a soft orange glow becomes the fallen saint, hidden by the shadow of a shadow, burned by the spotlight, invisible. Gone. Spaghetti stains and flat champagne. This evening is behind us. I lay my head on the same old bed, and I dream of the same old dreams. One life behind, one more to go. The autumn leaves, the winter snow. It sure don't plow itself, you know. So grab a shovel, 'cause it's time to go. Every morning's just the morning after. Every day we're fleeing from disaster. Every night is passing even faster, leaving way for the morning after. It's time that holds us on this earth. Without it, we'd be floating in the universe, and we'd be nothing but a timeless pile of atoms in a vacuum. There's nowhere to move if we could. So toss a log on the fire, and let me tell you about my one desire. When this fire has burned away, I wanna light it up again someday. just the morning after. Every day we're fleeing from disaster. Every night is passing even faster.